Hey guys, my name is Pete. Welcome to the channel, and today I am reviewing the Ultralight backpack that changed my relationship with backpacking forever, and that is the Ultralight Adventures CDT Ultralight Backpack. This thing is awesome, and I'm going to give an in-depth review in this video. Now, if you're in a hurry, let me just give you a quick summary here. If you are looking for an ultralight pack that can handle loads just above an ultralight level, that is also extremely durable and comes in at just under $200, stop looking. This is the pack for you. Go buy it. All right, if you want to learn more about the specs of this pack, dive a little deeper to make sure this is the right one for you, then stick around for the rest of this review. All right, so let me give a little background here on this pack and why I have it and why I love it so much. So I feel like it's my friend here, just kind of chilling with me. I knew I needed an ultralight pack after a fun but simultaneously miserable backpacking trip in the Adirondack Mountains. I had a pack that was a hand-me-down from my dad. The pack alone weighed between 7 and 8 pounds. And then I thought it was a great idea to load it with an additional 28 pounds worth of gear. Yes, my pack weighed somewhere between 35 and 42 pounds on that trip. This was a trip where we climbed up a mountain. The lean-to was like 3/4 of the way up this mountain, and every step was painful. I was maybe a third of the way up the mountain when I realized I need to go ultralight. And that doesn't just mean getting rid of things or getting lighter things. I knew it had to start with a better backpack. I started doing research, and at first when I was researching ultralight packs, it was really discouraging. Some of these packs were super light, but couldn't really handle any type of load that went even just a little bit beyond what's considered ultralight. I know, obviously I'm looking at ultralight packs, that's the point, but the thing was, with that, I would have had to replace a lot of my gear with ultralight versions, and that gets really expensive. Like, the lighter something is when it comes to backpacking, the more expensive it is, which I don't really know how that makes sense. The problem was I had things that were a little heavier, but I really liked, like my Jetboil stove or my Platypus water filter, and I didn't want to get rid of those. Plus, I just bought them, and I didn't have the money to spend. Another issue that I found was that a lot of the packs I was looking at weren't extremely durable. When I bought this pack, I wanted it to last a lifetime or as close to it as I could. I'm not through hiking. I have a full-time job. I'm not taking off 6 months to go do the AT, although maybe that doesn't sound like too bad of an idea. But I wanted something that was tough and durable and was going to last a long period of time. Finally, the last issue I found was that a lot of these ultralight packs were insanely expensive. I'm talking $400, $500, sometimes $600. And again, I'm not through hiking. I'm doing this a few times a year. I'm on a pretty strict budget. I can't really be dropping that type of money, all right? I'm perfectly fine with living on lentils and couscous for a while to pay for that pack, but my fiance, not gonna happen. So this is when I found the ULA CDT, and I took the leap and purchased it after a lot of research, and so I figured I would give you an overview of this pack, so if you are in my boat, maybe I can help you decide if this is the right pack for you or not. Full disclosure, while I would love to be sponsored by Ultralight Adventures, I am not. So I don't get anything if you buy this pack. I just think it's a great product and want to share it with you. All right, let's go through the specs here. So you can get this done in different sizes on the website. I picked a medium size pack. Now I am 5'10" tall, about 155 pounds, and I have a size 31 waist, and this thing fits perfectly. So a little larger or a little smaller, you could probably fit in medium. They do have a sizing guide on the website though, but that is just for reference, complete middle of the road. Pack also weighs in at 1 pound 10 ounces, which is insanely light. Again, a full 6.5 pounds lighter than my other one. When I put this on empty for the first time, I'm like, wait, this is a backpack? I can do this? Wow, this is gonna be awesome. Also, in addition, this is a very durable pack as well. The construction is super sturdy, and you could just tell by looking at it that it does have that sturdy construction. And lastly, the CDT, as of the recording of this video, cost $179.99. All right, let's get into some of the details details you may be interested in. The first is load, carrying, and comfort. This was the big thing for me. I wanted a pack that was light but also comfortable and didn't force me to go completely ultralight with all my gear. So on the ULA website, it says that the CDT is rated to hold loads up to 18 pounds. That would put it within that ultralight range, and that was tricky for me to hit, to be perfectly honest. That being said, I have put up to 25 pounds total with this pack and have been completely fine, completely comfortable, no issues at all. I've also been using this pack for 2 years, and there's no signs that that load has impacted the durability at all. Now, 25 pounds was the heaviest that I've used. I've been gradually replacing things with more ultralight equipment, but being able to use this, hike for a few miles with a 25-pound weight and not having any issues with the seams or comfort or like the strap sticking into my shoulders is a really good sign. So obviously with any ultralight pack, the lighter the better, but with this one in particular, if you go a little bit over that threshold, you're probably going to be fine. The comfort is also great. Oftentimes when I'm backpacking with this, I forget that I'm even wearing it, which is pretty wild because my old pack, I was reminded with every step. But this one, I'll be like, oh yeah, I have the backpack on if it starts raining. Oh, I gotta cover that. I forgot I'm even wearing it. So it is very, very comfortable. It fits really ergonomically. Again, just make sure you get the right size. Like I said, I have the medium and it fits like a glove. I really love it. All right, let's get into durability. So the CDT is very durable, and after 2 years of use, mine actually shows no signs of wear, which is wild. Like, there aren't any seams tearing, nothing has popped off, none of the plastic pieces have broken. It's really, really strong and tough. When I was researching this, I read the super in-depth techie review, and someone said they had hiked over 10,000 miles with this pack. That'd be great if I could do that over a lifetime. Not gonna be me in a few years. But if it holds up to that, it's gonna hold up to your average backpacking stress and strain. This thing has brushed aside thorn bushes and clipped trees, and I've dropped it, and it holds up really, really well. I'm very impressed with it. All right, let's dig into the nitty gritty here. So let's go over features and functionality. It looks like my child. I was going to completely unload this for this video. It's about half loaded right now with just some gear that I'm storing during the winter, but I figured I'd leave it in so you can kind of get a sense of what you can fit in these things. So let's start from the outside. The outside has this pocket here, which is really nice. It's elastic, it's pretty stretchy, and in this, I just put things that don't really fit in other pockets, sort of bits and bobs. So my tent stakes I put in here, and there's still dirt in there. I'm gonna keep that off the couch. A trowel goes in here as well. Sometimes in here I'll throw like a map, or if I'm able to start a fire, some fire starting equipment, but that's all I have in here for now. But this is very stretchy, and sometimes with stretchy stuff I get a little nervous because I think it will rip. But again, this doesn't even show signs of pilling, which is pretty wild. All right, let's take a look at the sides here. So you will see there is a strap on the side. This is good for a water bottle, or if you have something long coming up, maybe even a sleeping pad, depending on the type that you have. And these clips tighten pretty well, so that is something you could use that for. Now, these side pockets, ULA says, is primarily for water bottles, but I think that's kind of a waste of space, to be honest, because these pockets are really deep and they cinch quite well. So I think using this whole thing just for a water bottle, especially if you're hiking with a bladder, isn't really necessary or worth it. So what I throw in here depends on where I'm going. I've actually hiked with my camera in this pocket before, and it cinches really well, and I haven't had any issues. You'll see the yellow cord here on the side, which you can loosen or tighten. These cords are very tough, very nice, very elastic. Just to give you some perspective, I have my platypus water filter in here. Usually I'll keep this inside my pack, but like I said, I'm just storing some things. So that is about the size of something you can put in this pocket. There is one on the other side here too, and I actually have 2 whole canisters of bear spray in here. Fit that out. Oh, yes. Grizzlies, beware. Never seen a grizzly. I've never even hiked in grizzly territory. Why do I have bear spray? Oh, that just gives you a sense of the size of things that you can put in this pocket. So, like I said, the website says to use it for water bottles. I think that's a waste of space. Go throw some gear in here. All right, coming around to the back, you will see you have these yellow cords here. This is actually meant for water bottles to kind of clip in here. This is the one feature I think they could do a better job of, to be perfectly honest. Water bottles do fit in here quite well, but these cords are like so tight, it's a little tough to get them in. So I actually find myself fighting with the water bottles, and you also need a certain size and type to put in here. So this is something that I think it's a good idea. It's just not as well executed as the rest of the pack, if I'm being perfectly honest. But you can adjust these, tighten these. You might even be able to put trekking poles in here. I don't know. But that's the one thing I'm like, nice feature, but I don't really use it too often. The best feature, though, comes just below, and that is these hip belt pockets. These things are sick. So this is the hip belt. It really helps with comfort, and you can actually unzip. And usually this is where I will keep my phone, my keys, my wallet. You can see here I have a map in here from my last trip in the Catskills. This is a really, really nice feature because you could just walk, unzip, pull out your phone, check your map, grab some snacks. It's a really great one. This is arguably my favorite thing in the whole pack. All right, let's dig into the inside. Looks great in here. You've probably watched videos on how to pack your backpack. If you haven't, and that's something you would like to see me do, let me know in the comments. Gives me some ideas. Inside here, you can see it's just like kind of this one giant opening. And on the inside, there is a spot in the back where you have two straps, and that is where you put your folded sleeping pad to act as a further back support. So that is something that, because this is a frameless pack, that becomes the frame. I've had no issues with it. I have an REI Stratus inflatable pad. I just put that right in there. It works really well. It's easy to get in and out, and it provides some extra stability. That being said, that's really the only internal pocket on the inside, and it's not even really a pocket, it's just the straps, and that's really what it's used for. There is, though, this thing, which is nice. It's also detachable. It's a little ditty bag, so I usually put my safety equipment in here. If I have fire starting gear, you can attach or detach this. I like to keep this here just to have. It's a nice little feature, and I'll actually lay it on top. See that? I lay it on top just for like extra water protection if it rains. All right, so what can you fit in here? Well, I have my tent. This is a Six Moons Design Lunar Solo. If you want me to do a review on this, let me know. And then I am able to fit a water bladder in here, so you can see this is from my platypus. And you can fit either a bare canister or what I have in here right now, an Ursack. As you can see, this thing is quite large. I have my jet boil in here, and this takes up like maybe a third, probably a quarter of the inside of the pack. So there really is a lot of room inside the pack, and it does a nice job of just having this open, cavernous space that you can fit stuff into. Oh, I lied. There is one more pocket. So on the outside of where you put the frame, there is this large thing as well, this large pocket. Again, just like the red one, detachable if you want to slide anything in here. So this is where I kept my adventure notebook, which I love writing down whatever I backpack, and a pen I've been looking for 5 months. Again, this piece is detachable if you don't want it, but obviously I've kept this in here just because I like sliding some things in from time to time. Man, this thing is so light now that it's empty. It's not empty very often, so I forget how light it really is. All right, so to put things on top or to cinch, basically you pull this strap, you pull this down, and then there is a strap that actually goes over the top like this. And this is where you can put really whatever you want at the top of your pack. Some people like to put their tent on top. Other people like to put their sleeping bag. For me, I like to put maybe a rain jacket or something on top if I need quick access to. That's just my own personal preference, but I'll put a picture in here. You can see I was wearing this when it was raining, and the only thing I really had strapped on top was my rain jacket, and that's because everything else fit. My tent, my Ursack with all my food inside of it, my sleeping bag, my extra clothes, all fit in this main pocket, and so that makes a huge difference. It really is large and enough to fit everything you need. So overall, what does the CDT do well? Well, like I said, it is extremely light. 1 pound, 10 ounces. Again, I mean, I could do this all day. I love how light it is. Never gets old. It also has really nice straps. It's very durable. Everything is very sturdy. And the inside pocket is huge, and you can fit everything you need in there. In terms of things it could do better, like I said, those little yellow straps on the outside, They're okay, they work, they're just not so great that I use them all the time. Also, it is water resistant, but not waterproof, so I have hiked with this in the rain and my things got a bit damp, so you definitely want a rain cover to add on top of that, so that's something additional you may have to purchase with your CDT. Also, this may seem like an obvious point, but if you have a load that's over 25 pounds, I would not recommend this or really any ultralight pack. If you can get your load down to about 25 pounds max, the CDT could be a good pack for you. Anything above that though, you're gonna need a mid-weight pack. So just keep that in mind. Like if you're going into this ultralight world, your load has to be, if not ultralight, very light. And the CDT, while it does offer some wiggle room, is no exception to that rule. To be perfectly honest, if you're looking for a lightweight, durable, functional pack on a budget, look no farther than this thing. I have not regretted my purchase one bit. I love this pack. I look forward to using it all the time. I even use it hiking now, even when I'm not backpacking. It's just so great. I really like it. I really recommend it. And this is true whether you are a thru hiker who's going to use this extensively, or you're like me where you go out on weekends from the spring through the fall for some casual backpacking. Either way, I don't think you'll regret this purchase. Now, if you're going super duper ultralight, you probably could get a slightly lighter pack, or if you have a larger budget than I do, you can get one with more features. Just saying, more money can buy you more things. But if that's not you, you're like me here, I would recommend this pack very highly. Like I said, it's about $180 right now, so I will put the link down in the description to the ULA website where you can purchase this if you're interested. All right, that is my review of the ULA CDT, and I'm sitting here right now wishing I was on the trail. I'm excited to get back out here for the 2022 season. I can't wait to put this thing to good use. So stoked. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. If you didn't, or there's questions you still have or something I missed, just let me know down in the comments. I'm a human. I will respond to all of your comments that you leave me. Lastly, if you want to get more hiking, camping, and backpacking tips for beginners and busy people, go ahead, hit that subscribe button so you can catch all my latest videos. I also wrote a blog post with a review of the CDT, so if you're interested in that, you can click that link down in the description and read what I said in this video. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your attention. And until next time, happy adventures.